The Blackfoot River, which is famous in Norman Maclean's novella A River Runs Through It, is a great place to ponder the effects of rivers on the landscapes of Montana. Using Maclean's own words sets the story for an exploration of this beautiful place. He says, "But I knew a story had begun, perhaps long ago near the sound of water, and I sensed that ahead I would meet something that would never erode, so there would be a sharp turn, deep circles, a deposit, and quietness." Right now, we're in the absolutely stunning Blackfoot River, and we're near the town of Lincoln, Montana. As I come up out of the water here onto this gravel bar, on the right side you can see a back channel. Very slow moving, if not stagnant water. And you can also see the water's very clear in this river. So not a lot of sediment. So in here, the only thing that will be deposited is very fine-grained material, and you can see on some of the rocks that were deposited earlier by a faster flow, you have this very fine-grained mud. As we move over to the left, in the main current, we walk across this gravel bar, and you can see all of these cobbles are rounded, and that's because they've come down out of the mountains in this river. All of these very interesting colored rocks are belt rocks, the 1.5 or so billion-year-old sediments that make up a lot of the Rocky Mountains in Montana, famous up in Glacier National Park. These belt rocks give you this beautiful color, and as we move here to the current, you can see them under the water showing off their beautiful colors. Again, we're in the beautiful Blackfoot River. Feels refreshing on this hot June day. And we're farther downstream now, past Ovando, heading towards Missoula. And you can see there's considerably more water in the river, considerably faster current and higher flow. So this is from all the mountains draining, snowmelt coming down into the valley and feeding, all the tributaries feeding this river. And it's just a wonderful spot to enjoy the day. A lot of people out fishing, and I wish them luck. As we wade into the cool waters of the Blackfoot River, it's hard to just not think about the erosive power of these rivers and streams. You can see here to the right, this river is starting to come out of the valleys and coming in, making its own canyons as it carves through the rock. And as we look around and in the river, you start to see some larger boulders, and it shows you how powerful this stream, this river is, especially during flood stages. The dynamics of these are quite incredible, and just the constant, persistent force of this moving water shaping the landscape is something I always think about when I'm in these beautiful spots. Right in front of us here, you can see this very large tree that was at one time coming down stream in a flood, ripped out of the bank somewhere. This is an incredible force of this river with time, and think about all the dynamics that go on in different flow rates and able to carry different amounts of sediment at different times of year and in different weather conditions. What a place to just hang out and observe the beauty of nature, watch people recreate, go fishing. Just wonderful. I find it really interesting to think about these rivers at all scales. You think about sort of a continental scale, how they're shaping wide swaths of the landscape here in Montana. And then sort of a regional scale, how these rivers are connecting together to create the fluvial, the river systems in this state. And then a river by river scale, how each river is different, the geology of it, what rocks are in it, and what it's cutting through. And then even smaller scale, so you look at the river, the banks, the currents, the eddies, all the different really neat things that you can see. Right here is a really cool spot where you have water coming over this boulder, and it'll be eroding on the backside. And so all of these processes are occurring to create a dynamic riverbank that will change with time. Just spectacular to see. As we go underwater here, you can see, wow, that's really neat to see what it looks like underwater. Very cool.